Hey, yo, so I got a little story, another little backstory I want to tell about myself and me, like, coming up, and about, something I've never talked about my father, which was my father. My father was never really in my life like that growing up. He was when I was a child, but my father, he used to be a minister. And I don't know why I even want to talk about this, but I just felt like it was something that I should share with y'all. So it was a point in my life where my father was a minister. He was a preacher, whatnot. He was doing ministry, God's work and all that. After he met my mama and all that, my mom used to go to church and all that. She brought him, blah, blah, blah. I'm not here to talk about that, but I'm here to talk about a bigger picture than that. My father backslid years ago. Years ago. But anyway, I would talk to my father years ago about, him, how God, when he was walking with God and everything, he backslid. And he would tell me God gave him everything he wanted as in spiritual things. He asked God, he prayed to God to give him boys. He got 2 boys. He said one thing about you. He told me one thing about you. You was different though. He said I named Juwan. That's my brother. I named him, but God named you. God had a vision. He said God showed me in a dream what to name you. Jeremiah. My name is Jeremiah. And if you don't know what Jeremiah means in Hebrew, in the Hebrew tongue, it means Yahweh will raise, Yahweh will rise. God's appointed. And I gotta be so honest with y'all. I'm very transparent. I'm very real. I'm very hard. I tell it like how it is. And I'm terrified. I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie to you. The only thing that terrified me on this life is Jesus. It's God. I can't lie to y'all. I still struggle in this body. I still struggle in this flesh. I'm not finna be up here and be a hypocrite. I still struggle in this body. I'm not gonna sit up here and be a hypocrite. But I always tell myself one thing: I'm not finna preach, and I'm not finna be a hypocrite. I'm not finna be preaching to people, and I'm not living this life. Living this walk is hard. Living this life for Jesus is difficult. It's very hard. I struggle. In this flesh, I struggle. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not anything that I teach about to y'all. I don't do anything. If it's lusting, if it's sex for marriage, anything that I'm really preaching on, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I still may have, sometimes I get angry, get frustrated, things like that. But anyway, back to me. God, my father told me this years ago, and I know that this was true. He told me that, and he had a vision. God specifically told him to name me Jeremiah. For whatever reason, I don't know. God had a strong calling on my life. God had a strong calling on my life. And there's something about once God has called you, because God has called many. I don't see. I can't not just do this. I'm not as consistent as I should be with God. I'm not as consistent as I should be. I should be very more consistent than what I am. Because you got life, you got all these things going on. Forget about it. I have so much knowledge about the spiritual realm and about spiritual things that people don't even know. A normal person would think you crazy if you talk about demons or if you talk about things that you can't see. Because they so focused on the physical. But when God comes in and he shows you things that the normal person, that the natural you don't know without him, you're gonna be dumbfounded. You're not gonna understand it. So back to me. So after he told me that God gave me my name, God named me himself. He named my brother, but God specifically named me myself, like how Joseph was. And I'm anointed. And it's like this with me. I can't not do this. No matter how much I don't want to do it, it's God has put something inside of me. I can't just not talk about Jesus. I can't just not do it. Everybody don't have a strong anointing like me. It's even when I don't feel like doing it, it's something inside of me. I can't explain it to you. I can't explain it. Once you are called by God, once you've had encounters with God, once you've talked to God, it changes you. It really changes you. But 99.9% of people in the world has never really talked with God. Like how Moses talked to God, like how Abraham talked with God. These people have never really talked to God. That's why I just can't not do it. I just can't not tell y'all the truth. I have to do it. Even when my body don't feel like it, I have to tell y'all the truth. I love humans. I just love the human race. Because I understand the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? I understand that we ain't fighting against flesh and blood. We're fighting against principalities, against spiritual things in high places. It's spiritual. All this is spiritual. You know what I'm saying? And once you look at it from a spiritual aspect, you'll understand, of course, we still got control of our action, but the devil is making this person do this. The devil is here on this earth. The devil is here on this earth. These demons living on this earth in the unseen realm that we can't see. It connects with each other. These demons got power. Listen, these fallen angels been here over thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Before any of this was created, the first angel God created, he created out of fire. Lucifer. That was the first angel created. And then Michael. Then Gabriel. Lucifer was the first angel God created. That's the one that fell. That was the first one that fell. Lucifer. The perfect angel. Perfect. He loved that angel more than all the other angels. But he failed. He had pride. He wanted to be like God. He wanted to be God. He failed because he was beautiful. And God didn't create the angels in his image. He created us in his own image. God created humans in his image. And once he told the angels to worship us humans, because he created us to be like him, he didn't want to do it. And he failed. He had pride in his heart. He didn't want to worship us. You know what I'm saying? Because Satan hates us. People don't even know the backstory. Because it's so much deeper than just the Bible. But people, they don't even care about Jesus. They ain't looking for Jesus. They ain't searching for Jesus. When I tell y'all, listen, I'm called for God and I'm called from God. I don't care who believe me. I don't care who like me. I don't care about none of this. You gotta be bold and you gotta stand up for the truth. And listen, the Bible even say this. Cowards gonna have their place in hell too. The cowardly. Ain't no cowards. You can't be no coward doing this work. You can't be no coward doing the work of God. The cowards gonna find their place in hell who don't want to hurt nobody's feelings or who don't want to tell them the truth, because the truth ain't gonna change. The truth is not gonna change. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see people, man, who be in these relationships who be having people cheat on them, and they were like, he didn't cheat on me. You got the text messages. This man is cheating on you. You got pictures. This man is cheating on you, and you lying to yourself in your mind, talking about he ain't cheating on you. You lying to yourself. So listen, y'all. I can't. God called me. He called me before I was in the womb. Before he created me, he called me. And God would speak to me at a young age. I was little, and I always say this: God would speak to me at a young age, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old. But I didn't know who he was. I didn't know then. But as I got older and I started really doing this thing. I really started trying to fast. I really started to cut the music that I would like off. I started watching TV. I started doing all this stuff. I was meditating. I was praying. I was meditating, focusing on God, and I was praying. And God would show up in my visions and in my dreams. And tell me, listen, I cannot lie to you. I can't make this up. God would speak to me in business and telling me, listen, that girl bad for you. That's not that. You don't mess with that girl. He would tell me this stuff in my dreams and in my business. God was speaking to me. God would speak to me and tell me all these things. Even when I was out there living in wickedness. I was living in wickedness, and I knew God. And he was patient. God was very patient with me. He was still patient. He would speak to me in my dreams. Don't mess with that girl. Even back when I was in high school, middle school, God would show me, don't mess with that little girl. Don't mess with that person. Because God knows everything. He knows the intentions of everybody's heart. He knows it all. He knows before he creates you. He knows it all. There's no time in heaven. Everything in heaven is revealed. Everything you're going to do is already revealed. It's nothing you can do that can surprise God. He already knows. And it's like us as humans, sometimes we get this feeling like, and I've heard this from many humans, that was like, well, if this God was real, why would he create people just to send them to hell? And then I always come back and hit them with this, well, let me tell you something. Because before I walk with God, I would say the same thing. Why would he create humans just to send them to hell? You know what I'm saying? Why would he create us like this? Why would he do this to us? Until I understood this. Listen, I'm not saying nothing negative about God. He's the creator. He can do if you created something, if you created Potter, do that Potter say, why did you create me like this? That Potter gonna do what it was created for. If you create something, what you created it to do, it's gonna do it. It ain't gonna talk back to you, and it ain't gonna talk back. It ain't gonna be disobedient. What you created, it's gonna do what you told it to do. If you created a toy, that toy is gonna do what you created it to do. Us as humans, that's how you create it. Yes, we may struggle. We may have our fallen nature. God gives every one of his creatures a free will. But we was created for him. We was created to do his work. We was created to do his will. We was not created here to be happy. If anybody tell you right now, happiness is your goal in life, this is your heaven. If you're trying to find happiness, this is your heaven. What you need to try to find is peace. Forget about happiness. Happiness is an irrelevant emotion that comes and goes. Listen, in the book of Jeremiah, it says this: the heart is deceitful above all things. Who can know it? Jeremiah said that. So this lie that people tell you, oh, always trust your heart, trust your feelings, trust your heart. Don't ever trust your heart. Don't ever trust your feelings. Don't ever trust your emotions, because your emotions change like the season. They change. That's why you see all these. That's why you see, bro, marriage and divorce. And when you get married, don't get married to somebody because how you feel about them. Get married to them for the right reasons. Because your feelings along that 30 years, it's going to change. You being with this one person for 30 years, it's going to change. You having sex with this one person for 30 years, 40 years, it's going to change. Your feelings is going to change. I promise you. Feelings come and go like the seasons. They change. Never trust your heart. Never trust your feelings and your emotions. So whenever you get married to anyone, man or woman, look for a godly man. Look for a holy man. Someone who's going to lead you towards God, who's going to lead you towards Christ. Don't get one of these fools out here. Don't get one of these little boys out here that knows nothing about God. You know what I'm saying? If that's your desire to get married, because I know it's some people in life that don't want it. That don't want it. I honestly don't want to. I want to be like the Apostle Paul. My body, I ain't going to cap to y'all. My body want it. Because listen, but when I was out there living in sin, it'll mess you up. And if somebody come upon this video and you a virgin, stay a virgin. Please stay a virgin. If you 20, 25, 30, please, that's a blessing. Stay a virgin till you get 50, till you get 60. Stay a virgin till you die. I don't recommend anyone have sex before marriage. Don't do it. It's gonna wreck your soul. It's gonna wreck your spirit, and you're gonna have uninvited. Well, can't say uninvited. You're gonna have invited demons from other people. Once you connect, but sex is more than just sex, bro. I can go on about that all day. But anyway, I messed up young. Not gonna cap. I got set free. Didn't feel it again. Not gonna cap. Not gonna lie to you. This walk with Jesus is the hardest thing you will ever do in your life. Walking with God is the toughest thing you will ever do in your life. The preacher Jeremiah, right here, the preacher Jeremiah telling you, walking with God is going to be the hardest thing you ever do in your life, but it'll be the best decision you will ever make. Suffer now so you can be free in eternity. Then enjoy this little time now, and then suffer for a trillion, a gazillion, a time that's never going to end. I'm not going to lie to y'all. This walk ain't easy, man. This walk ain't easy. If anybody ever come to you and tell you this prosperity. God wants you to be rich. He wants you to be healthy. Listen, this ain't heaven. This ain't heaven, y'all. Y'all gotta stop trying to find happiness, bro. You need to stop finding peace. Learn how to be content with where you at in life. Learn how to be content with where you at and pray to God and build your relationship with Jesus and love him. Love him more than you love your husband. Love him more than you love your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your mother, your son, your father. Love God more than anything in this earth. Love him more. Because even Jesus said this. If a man love his mother or father more than me, he not worthy of me. Jesus said that. Not me. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at Jesus. Get mad at God. People hate me. People hate me. People hate me. And Jesus said this. Listen. Jesus said this. If the world hates you, know that it hated me before it hated you. People hate me because I tell them the truth. I tell them, me, once I came to the knowledge of the truth, I threw my feelings and my emotions away a long time ago. My feelings and my emotions, forget about it. I don't care about my feelings and my emotions no more. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Forget about feelings and emotions, bruh. Forget about it. I got to tell y'all how it is. I'm genuine. I'm telling you the right way. I'm not going to leave none of God's sheep the wrong way. Like God said, if the blind lead the blind, they both going to fall into a ditch. And great going to be they fall. So if you listen to somebody who going to make you feel good all the time, 9 times out of 10, you need to cut that person out your life. And 9 times out of 10, you need to be alone and you need to walk. Listen, people don't understand the value of being alone. It's a blessing to be alone. It's a blessing to be at peace with yourself. It's a blessing to not have 1,000 friends. I would encourage anybody not to have any friends. I really encourage that. I encourage it. Because you can't depend on a friend. It's hard. Even, listen, the book, look, this is what Silvanus said, the prophet Silvanus. He said this. You can't even trust a brother because a brother is seeking stuff for his own gain. People that you call brother, even your blood brother, and people that you grew up with, you call brother or sister. You can't trust no one in this world, bro. Y'all, you can't trust nobody in this world. Everybody's seeking after their own gain. And that's the truth. You got some people that's genuine in this life. It's very few. But you got people that's really genuine. They really give you everything. But those people are very rare to find. But even if you do find them, always put your full trust and complete trust and love in God. Don't ever put your complete trust in a human being. Never put more love than God in anyone. Love God more than you love anything. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like it's easy to do this. It ain't easy. Listen, I'm a preacher telling you this. I'm a preacher telling you this. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard. It's difficult. It ain't easy. Cause this is what the Bible say. A lot of people ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't going to heaven. And I just gotta tell you how it is. But like always, I love y'all. I don't do this for money. I don't do this for fame. I don't care about being famous. I don't care about who like me. It's people hate me, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. People hate me. They hate me because I preach the truth. Because I preach Jesus Christ. They hate me because I preach hell. I preach hell. I love them. But I know it ain't easy getting your feelings hurt. I got my feelings hurt. Once I started finding out that if you having sex before marriage, you going to hell. That was my struggle. I would have sex with different women. That was my struggle. And I ain't finna sit up here and act like I didn't have a past. Everybody got a past. We all got a past. But are you gonna change it? God only give you so much time to change your life. And it's not, people tell you got until you die to change your life. That is not true. You can be living but dead. You can be a living alive but spiritually dead. Jesus said this, a woman who lives in pleasure while she lives is dead. If it's a woman out there like these porn stars going around sleeping with all these men, they dead spiritually. And when they die, to hell they going. God got a place for them. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, I love y'all, man. I love all humans. Because I see the bigger picture. I see the bigger picture. I understand why people do what they do. I understand the struggle. I understand how hard it is. Everybody that's born in this life is born to struggle. spiritually. Forget about finances or anything about that. That's a whole nother thing. So I love y'all. You know, y'all pray. Y'all stay prayed up. Seek God more than you try to seek a husband. Seek God more than you try to seek a wife or anything. So I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next time.